All right, man. This next topic coming off of that Sierra, whatever scenario that was, but so we got Blac Chyna decided to remove everything she injected into her body from the face on down. Her exact quotes were, Blac Chyna, whose real name is Angela White, she shared a video on Instagram. Enough is enough. It all has to come out. I ain't even worried about no stinging. I just want it out. I'm just tired of the look. It's just not flattering. It's just not what I look like. It totally changed my face. I'm just ready to get back to Angela. Blac Chyna's Blac Chyna. I feel like I've outgrown that.
All right. With that being said, right, before we even get to this, because like she's not the only person. Mm-hmm. Another famous celebrity, K. Michelle.
We actually started this a while ago. K. Michelle has been going through this process for some years. I think she might be done at this point.
So let me ask you this, right? We're gonna ask both of y'all this, right? Why do you think that Blac Chyna is doing this?
I don't know. Let me get some. I want to hear K. Michelle's clip before because I want to hear like some of her insights she made.
All right. So what I'm about to play for y'all real quick is a clip of K. Michelle pretty much saying why she's removing her butt implants. All right.
For me, I've been very open. You know, I've always been curvy. It wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I thought I want to take it to the extreme, and I was like, you know, I'm having trouble with men right now. Maybe if I had a huge butt, I'd get even bigger love. Yeah. You know, so I thought that's what I did. I did teeth, I did butt, I did hips, and now I'm to the point where I've been getting tired of it for years, trying to kind of lipo. Now it's to the point where it's affecting my health. Mm-hmm. And we're thinking that the aching and everything that made me go and, you know, get checked for lupus is due because my butt is so big and my legs are not holding it. Wow. So people don't talk about that though. They just want you to be like, that's not it. Like, I've literally gone to doctors who don't want to touch it. I've gone to I found a doctor now, Dr. Gavami, that's going to do it for me. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he said, I see this all the time. But imagine if you don't have the money to get it out. Yes, right. Yeah. So you got you got these butt shots, and you're in pain, and you don't have any money to get it out of you. They don't tell you about that. They don't say anything about that. So for me, my doctor was like, you can't be pregnant in the butt and in the stomach. Right. Yeah. Your little legs is not gonna keep it. So I'm literally January the 12th, I go, and they're removing the foreign objects out of my body.
And that was from a few years ago.
That was before her whole face change and whatnot.
And let me say, Blac Chyna also added some more. She says, and this was a message to the masses. I just want all the ladies out there to know: do not get silicone shots because you can get sick and you can die, have complications and all this other crazy stuff. I just want this out of my hindquarters so I can grow. End quote. Who wants to start? Where do you want to start?
I'm going to say one thing, right?
This is a lot to attack here.
It is. I'm going to just give like my assumption because I'm only really basing off of like why are they doing it.
Okay.
And there's a few things, right? So I have multiple thoughts about it. I feel like initially, like a person like Blac Chyna, even the Kim Kardashian, the K. Michelle,
Chloe,
all of them, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like there was a fame and there was something behind it, right? You got to think about this, right? Kim Kardashian got famous off of the sex tape, and then all of a sudden, like, she got bigger, and because, like, oh shit, her body's crazy. And then, like, then you seen every girl, like, personality-wise, and, like, people out there in Hollywood, and, like, especially, like, social media is just, like, pretty much being the imitation of Kim Kardashian. Like, that's what I saw. I feel like people have imitated and done different things where, like, you know, of course, like, you know, you take like the Lil Wayne and Young Thug example, right? Lil Wayne like made all of these people, but Young Thug kind of took it and branched out type thing, but it was still off of a Lil Wayne tree. And I feel like that's what Kim Kardashian did. And I feel like that's what happened where you get to a certain point where like now you're famous off of your body and you're no longer that. You know, you got Blac Chyna who was famous off of this, and now she just... When's the last time you really heard about Blac Chyna in a positive light?
I've never heard about anything positive with Blac Chyna. I
mean, I know she was Tiger's big mom, but I've heard but there was people who just kind of the fantasization of being with Blac Chyna, it's no longer that anymore. You know, same thing with like K Michelle. Like all of a sudden, like I went from seeing her on like this clip right here. That's the person I knew, and all of a sudden, like her face is just totally different. I don't even know that's K Michelle anymore when I see a new person. So I feel like it's all of there's something that comes behind doing this to your body or doing this to you as a person. So I feel like there's certain things that are just coming around. It's like I'm no longer that. I don't have this clout or status. Let me change that. And then you get to the health part. And it's kind of like, well, not only am I not that and I can't maintain this, but now since I can't maintain this, my health is kind of at risk. I need to bring this back down. So that's just my only thought.
So, all right. So this is the bottom line. It's a sickness. Like it's a in my opinion, the beauty industry, it's marketing tactics, it's commercials, it's media influence, L'Oreal, Revlon, Mac, anything. And this is like something that Kevin Samuels used to talk about a lot. So people are insecure. No matter, it's always something that people wish that they had. But there is a demographic that gets preyed upon because they sell to those insecurities into something that will temporarily give you some joy, some brief satisfaction.
Yeah. It
got to a point where the most extreme thing used to be like a tattoo. Like I remember when tattoos used to be taboo.
Taboo, yeah, that shit was crazy.
And their thing was it's permanent. Mm-hmm. You can't take this off.
You can't donate blood. You can't do anything if you got a tattoo.
So when tattoos became normalized, it was like, okay, cool, it's not that big of a deal. You'll never get a job. You never do this. Mm-hmm. People fought through that. They got so many examples of these entertainers that are making their way by breaking this mold. Now you have people famous strictly because you got rap, you got Wiz Khalifa, you got Lil Wayne, who went from barely any tattoos to being completely covered, and we saw it.
Whole face.
We saw it. NBA players, none of them had tattoos. Now everybody comes in the league with tattoos.
Bro, he's 16 years old with tattoos.
Right. So it's just this market for wanting to be something that you are not, wanting to have something added to you that you think is going to enhance you. And unfortunately, it got to the point where we can build our own body. I can build my perfect body.
Yeah.
If I have somebody, Marilyn Monroe, for whatever reason, whatever market tactics, whatever celebrity she was using, I don't know her. She was the thick girl back in the day.
She was.
Thickness was not cool back then.
It wasn't.
A lot of young girls looked up to Marilyn Monroe. That was the shape they want to look like. Girls 12, 13 years old, not nowhere near being fully developed, want to be curvy. Butt pads used to be a thing. What's them things? I don't know this.
Padded bras?
Padded bras. It's a lot of stuff that just makes a cycle of like literally just building a sickness in your mind to think I'm not good enough being what I am, but I have something that can make me look exactly what I think I want to look like. We already know you can speak to this. How much is hair now? How much does it cost to just get nails done? Ooh. How much are they charging you? And they're not even doing anything when you get there. It's just they're preying on people that just want to be something.
Inflation is crazy.
And now you got breast implants, you got your lips, you got everything. It's just a real mental sickness.
It's that, and I feel like there's also that whole economics thing of supply and demand. I feel like now it's demand over supply. Because now I feel like you heard about the stories of people dying over this. There's more demand than there is supply. Everybody in the world wants to get that.
First off, with that, people are dying over because they're not doing their research.
They're not, but what I'm saying is,
people are unlicensed. They want it so bad to the point they'll go to anybody and going overseas.
No, I agree with that. When I say that, where is the point of like, remember there was a limited amount of people who was actually doing it, so the supply was out there where you can go to those people. You didn't have to do much research to go to somewhere that actually did it correctly. Now it's so much of a demand because, like you said, everybody in the world, like everybody's insecure. Everybody wants something done. And now there's influence and there's people behind it that you look up to, and it's like, oh snap, well I can get it for $2,000, I can get it for $5,000, I can do I can afford it. I'm going everywhere. So the demand is up here and the supply is down here. So now
the quality suffers.
Immediately.
The safety. And mind you, you're talking about something that's never safe to begin with. Surgery is always risky, no matter how much.
It don't even matter what the surgery is, because you can think about like doctors who've been in school for 87 years who do an arthroscopic knee surgery, a heart transplant. Arthroscopic. I couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? Damn, cut. But no, I'm just saying, just like, you know, little things like that for things that actually happen in life, just the regular things. You know, heart transplants, kidneys, livers, things like that. But now you're doing something that's like somewhat abnormal. So there's people who trained a little bit longer, who studied a little bit longer to do it.
Stuff that don't even proportion with your body.
Exactly. So now it's like that demand is extra high, and it's kind of like, you know, you got these half-ass doctors, these half people just kind of doing it. It's kind of like the supply and demand. I feel like that's where the economics come in. Now you're paying that same $10,000 that you paying to this person, you would have paid 24, but you can't afford that. And you can't do that.
And then I feel like everybody looks the same. Everybody looks exactly the same. It's like you can go somewhere in Miami, LA, Atlanta, wherever, and you're like, oh, that girl looks like Kim Kardashian. Oh, that girl looks like Blac Chyna. Oh, it looks like Emma.
Speaking to what you were saying earlier.
That's what I'm saying, that Kim Kardashian effect.
Like
that's the market.
When it comes to this Blac Chyna thing, and the celebrities, a lot of them celebrities, they're getting that stuff taken out. They're getting the stuff like, I don't want to look like this no more. I don't want to look like whatever I've been looking like for all these years, because it's access. Anybody can get it now. I don't want that what everybody else has. I'm a celebrity. I want to look like something different other than what everybody else looks.
And I feel
like Kim Kardashian, she got her breast stuff taken out. A lot of her whatever shape and stuff is not as dramatic as what it used to be. And Blac Chyna's doing it, and I feel like it's going to become more. I feel like that
it's going to be a. I feel like it's going to be a trend, because I feel like this, right? Because I think Blac Chyna may have been, from my knowledge, I mean, besides like people like Buffy the Body type things, but like Blac Chyna was like more of that Kim Kardashian era. Mm-hmm. So I feel like for everybody who wasn't initially gifted with those curves and things like that, you know, and like other, fuck it, I'll say it, like white people and different people like that, who was like, oh shit, Kim Kardashian, she looks like me, but I can look like her. I'm gonna go out and do this. But then you have like the black people who would be like, damn, like I have this, but damn, Blac Chyna had this too, but oh shit, she was like this and she's getting this. Now I'm gonna go for that. And so now I feel like it's gonna be a trend. Like everything becomes in trends. All of a sudden it went from like everybody, like I was looking at something like, oh, we watch the Joe Budden podcast, right? Well, I do. I don't know if you still watch that shit, but
yeah, I watch it.
But you know Melissa Ford?
Yeah,
she's on there now. I remember watching the Knock Yourself Out video, Jadakiss in 2004. The bodies types in video vixens was super regular. But I mean they were
nice bodies. They were just
bodies, they were, but the ass shape of 2004 in 2014 is different. Just right there. 10-year difference. So I feel like it's always a trend of what's gonna happen next. Let's make sure that we get to next. So now it's like it went from, hey, regular, oh shit, let's get this. Oh shit, whoa, they're not doing this anymore. Let's reduce this. And now you got 85,000 people being those gym people on Instagram and TikTok of, hey, this is how I built my natural body.
And they got surgery.
That goes back to what I was saying. It's a market for insecurity, and it's a sickness.
Insecurity is a market regardless.
BDD, body dysmorphic disorder, body dysmorphia. A mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. Mm-hmm. These flaws are often unnoticeable to others. It's a market for that, and that's the biggest thing. These people are being this demographic that is
being preyed on.
I mean, because it's always gonna be a time in your life where you're not feeling the most confident.
Before you say
that's getting preyed on, and not only that, these people that are setting the standard, they're almost shaming people that aren't getting this. So they're gonna make you feel bad if you don't have this.
Okay.
Well,
If you
I'm
don't
not gonna
have
say
this.
that. I'm not gonna say that.
I remember when there was a time where they was killing Karuchi just for being small.
Yeah.
And I was
They was like, Karuchi, get your body.
get your skinny little boy. They do that to Coil Ray to this
They
day.
do that to Glorilla when she first came out. She was like, "Yo,
crazy.
are you gonna get like? Oh, you got your teeth done? Are you gonna get your body done next?"
Yeah, and it's just like it's just unfortunate that it's this sickness going around because it's always going to be a market for insecurity because people are always going to be insecure. But the problem is when you start throwing the shame and part into it, and then it's just a rat race to see who can be the top of the.
Because I'm about to say, I feel like insecurity is more of the what's being preyed on rather than the whole everything else. It's insecurity itself.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like, yeah. You. That's what I'm saying. Shit.
Do you feel like that comes from me?
I feel like
Absolutely.
I can't say
Absolutely.
no. I won't say that.
Part of that insecurity.
I feel like it plays a part, but it's after the fact. I feel like some
So you
things.
think women, it's an internal thing, or
It's,
you think it's
I think it's a women thing because I feel like it's about what you're grown. All right, I'm gonna just say this as a man because I think everybody has insecurities regardless, right? You would be a man and you like all of a sudden like every girl's going for a nigga who's 6'5", built like whatever, da da da. So I feel like, but that's also what you're being brought into and what you're told about, and feel like this needs to be matched up to. Now, if you're as a female or even as a dude, like if I'm around somebody who's like, yo, you're secure in yourself, you do da da da, you're good. Or you could be somebody who's like, yo, dang, you have. Let's say this, you got a daddy in your life or somebody in your life that's like, yo, as you're growing up, hey, you're good at where you at, just keep being you and being the best you. Or there's somebody like, yo, hey, you too small. Dang, you gotta do this to get this. You gotta do this to get this. Now I'm looking at every time as a dude, I'm looking on Instagram like, dang, he working out. Now I gotta do something to get this. That's why they have dudes where you got implants to be.
You're rambling now. The only thing that's what she asked about. Okay. You're talking about our men contributing to what the women are doing and the way they changing their bodies and all that.
I can't speak for women. That's all I was saying.
What I'm saying is that's what she was asking about.
Yeah,
so
but I'm saying like, no, I don't feel like men. I feel like that's how you growing into. Like it depends on what's being presented to you.
It depends on your surroundings.
Yeah, it depends on what's who's confident.
What I would say is I get what you're saying. I think women dominate that market, and everybody knows it. No man has ever been able to select a woman that is the standard of beauty.
Worse than anything.
Women are always going to put whoever they want to at the top of the totem pole. This is the perfect woman. She got the perfect body. They have selected Drea as the best BBL of all time. Women did that. Women did that.
I'm a person too.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying, women dominate that market. Women dominate a lot of markets. Y'all, it's just what y'all choose to do with that power.
But even if you do, just say if you do see that. Even if you do see that, whatever, it's like, okay, Drea may got this, so a lot of dudes like her. A lot of people, he over here, hey, Drea.
But guess what, though? But guess what, though?
And somebody that may like Deshaun look at this and like,
but guess what, though?
Like?
Guess what, though?
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go work out, or I'm going to go to get my BBL to look like Drea so I can get Deshaun.
So the thing you're missing is...
it plays into dudes.
The thing you're missing is, though, you said it's a lot of dudes that like Drea, right? It's also a lot of dudes that like Glorilla. It's also a lot of dudes that like Coil Ray. Mm-hmm. It's also a lot of dudes that like Megan Thee Stallion. It's also a lot of dudes that like
the most.
It's not a most. Dudes. It's a market for every type of woman. Everybody. It's never one. It's never. And for men, it's never one type of body style that's ever going to be the most dominant, most perfect style.
I think Coil Ray has a sex appeal. I think she's pretty.
Right. It's whatever. I mean, you could look at some of the women that were just looked at as sex symbols. Some of the men that were looked at as sex symbols back in the day. These won't be the most attractive to us if they come into this world.
Let's take a perfect example, right? How everything is separated between like gay and straight. Look at Prince.
Right.
Prince was a sex symbol. Mm-hmm. And nobody knew what Prince did for nothing. You know, he had all these Apollonia, he had all these girls, but Prince is this.
Exactly. Women decided.
Yeah.
Women chose that. Women are attracted to that. We don't decide what's the most attractive thing. We have no
say in that.
Yeah. Let's talk about these TV shows. Man, anybody that knows me, I'm actually gonna get a motherfucking. I need a press pass to the Sundance Film Festival. I need all.
Yo, actually, get this man an award, man.
Real
I'm
talk.
telling you, man. I mean,
shows.
we could be in the press for our pod, but get this man an award. Get this man a press pass. He media for real, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Fun fact. What was that?
That was me. My fault.
Fun fact, man. If I had an actual dream job, which I don't ever dream of having a job.
A job ever.
But if I did, it would be a film critic. For sure.
Film and TV critic.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it was a difference, but yeah.
It's
Yeah, man. Let's get into this TV shows, man. You had some disfavorable things to say about one of your city's greatest rappers.
First of all, fuck out of here, because he ain't even in our top 10 at all. Nigga.
What?
He's not in our top 10. Fuck out of here. You know, come on, son. Yo, somebody, you fucking alright, come on. But nah, because, I mean,
top 20.
he had me one good out. And he just...
Then why y'all let him talk to T.I. like that?
Cause we from New York, nigga. We gonna support
That's what I'm
ours.
saying, man. T.I. got way more... Go ahead, man. Go ahead, my bad.
We support
Let's stay on track, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Business ventures.
Fake ass supporters.
You know what I'm saying? And they say that he get busy outside, too. So.
I ain't scared of 50 Cent, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna say I am. I'm just not gonna go outside with him. Alright, yo, let's talk about 50, man. My man right here said something. You know what I'm saying? Right? I feel like we be on the same page.
2 years ago. No. Yeah. Tell the truth.
Let me say something, right?
Go ahead, my bad.
I feel like for the most part, like when it comes to TV, we be on the same for the things that we both look
That's
at.
true.
We be on the same joint, right?
We both. Before you go, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Atlanta, one of the greatest.
It is.
We're gonna get to that later. My bad, because we're gonna talk
Shout
about Swarm and all that.
Yo, 50, you fucking up TV. Don't get me wrong. That what was that 4 Life shit or whatever
Yeah,
he did on
get
ABC?
into your
That was
New York
cool.
shit, man.
That was cool.
Get
That,
to
you
your
know,
New
he did
York
his thing,
lingo
whatever.
and all that.
50, you be ruining TV. You be fucking shit up, dog. These actors that you be having,
Word to
trash
my
as
mama, nigga.
fucking, dog. I don't ever want to see Lala again, dog.
Word to my
put
mama.
her back on MTV, nigga. Actually, you know what? Nah, let her be Mellow Wife, nigga. We don't want to see none of that shit.
Word to my mother, B.
Facts.
Shout out to my girl Carisha, but I don't want to see
That shit was horrible, dog. I don't never want to see it. Oh, somebody go get got, nigga. That shit was terrible, dog.
She did decent on our people.
We ain't giving no compliments right now.
listen,
Hold on, babe. Hold on, babe. Let me tell you something. We're not giving compliments right now. 50 Cent has ruined TV.
Yo,
Yeah,
shit,
nah,
BMF.
she need to do that now.
Yo,
Yeah.
Lil
First
Meech,
of all,
Big
first
Meech.
he ruined New York, and now he's ruining television.
I ain't gonna say
Huh?
that. You know what I'm saying? He brought the beef back, and you know what I'm saying? Niggas had to get shot outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
He
but
tried to make getting shot seem cool. You're a victim. 9.
That's
Damn near 10.
Yeah, you should die. Yo, go to the hospital. Actually, you know what?
Double digits.
I don't promote snitching, but tell somebody who shot you, dog. Nigga, you got shot 4 more extra times than you should have.
I'm a fan, though.
Yeah, you know I fuck with 50. But actually, I'm glad you didn't tell.
I'm a
But
fan of
nah,
his business mind.
Lil Meech, you got to be the worst actor I've ever seen in my fucking life, dog. I swear to God. Like I could do a better job at that than you. We both.
First of all,
I'm play this light skin role
That
now.
one now, sir.
No, I can. I can
Meech
be
is trash. Lil Meech is trash.
Lil Meech is trash. I can
Lil
do
Meech is
a
trash.
much better job than that. That nigga sucks. Trash.
Lil Meech
Horrible.
is trash.
Dog, he gotta be the worst actor in the fucking world.
But you even fast forwarding. It was one good actor in like 7 of 50 Cent shows.
Are you talking about
Ghost,
Omari Harper?
somebody resuscitate Ghost, man. The only good acting I've ever
Oh,
seen.
yo,
on the 50
shout out to
Cent show.
Omari. Go ahead, say what you gotta say, because Angela sucked. Lala sucked. Tasha sucked. Tyrese sucked.
No, Tasha was the second best.
Okay, yeah.
How far of a gap was that?
That's pretty big. You know?
Yeah. Trash.
First of all, Tasha's a good actor.
Actually, you know what? She wasn't bad.
Notorious. She got.
You keep
She-
bringing up
Whoa, yo,
Notorious.
I'm
Stop bringing up
yo,
Notorious.
Yo, hey, listen. You can't.
I don't care what.
We gotta stop disrespecting New York, but I'm just
She
saying
did a
certain
good
movies
job.
about New York, nigga, you gotta get them shits out of here, nigga. That shit was disgusting. That shit was nasty as fuck, dog. I just watched Paid in Full 2 days ago.
Trash.
Cameron,
Trash.
Yo, Cameron, you gotta get the fuck out of here, dog. Yo, man, horse carriages, though, that wasn't the shit.
Okay, so
I'm glad we can finally be honest about what New York has done to our culture. It's been disintegrating my bones, damn it. I hate.
Hold on.
First off, BMF does have some good actors just to throw that out there.
Who?
But-
Da Vinci? He barely have 2 lines per scene.
Can I get
We not doing no compliments right now.
Charles Findler?
He is.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
hold on.
good.
I
He's
seen
good.
that man in Atlantic Station yesterday.
Word?
Yeah, and there was one person talking to him, but I think it was somebody that knew
And
him.
he been
No, don't disrespect, because I seen Zazie Beetz from Atlanta and Joker in what was that? Ponce?
Yeah.
Is that Ponce? And she was minding her business.
And nobody knew who the heck
That's
she
what
was.
somebody
Nobody knew who she was.
Somebody came and
No,
asked for
Charles.
some-
No. Hey, you know what's funny about that?
Crazy with that little
You know what's funny? Charles looked like Charles outside too.
You know what's so crazy? He played in Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
He looked like Charles outside. Like he had a little bubble coat on, the jeans that was from Old Navy, and like the weird beanie hat that he tried to flip up and it wasn't flipping.
Let me look up Charles.
And the detective, we hate him.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best.
Well, he's an actor. He's great in that show.
Charles is an actor.
Charles, get Charles the fuck out of here.
But
His
he's
bumming,
an actor. He played in a lot of good films.
whack ass cheating that he do.
He has a catalog.
He does. But
And
again,
what's the name? Pat, the drug dealer.
Which one?
Oh, he been done though. He's been out the show.
Yeah.
which one?
He was on.
With Harrison.
What?
He was
He been done for it real quick.
I'm saying, but he was part of the cast.
No. We talking about the overall that we see every day. Da Vinci is solid because I mean,
throw in some.
yeah, somebody some extra shit to give
Cash
them.
Dog.
Trash. Actually, she was bad in that shit.
Cash Dog.
She was not good.
Nah, they
Lamar was
like a good actor for this to be her first actor.
Hey, and she was still bad.
And this is the problem. Y'all be giving too much credit.
Yeah. Lamar was actually a decent actor.
Just because she's not bad doesn't mean she's good. It's two different things.
I'm not saying she was being funny, but I'm saying they actually made her look like a good actor, knowing what she does for a living. Like,
Hey yo, what's old girl name? Light skin Keisha, whatever old girl name is. She's better in powder.
God.
She's better in power than Cash Doll is.
no,
Light skin
sir.
Keisha
No,
has
sir.
6
Cash
words
Doll
when she
is
speaks.
better than light skin
Hey,
Keisha.
that's my point.
We're not finna argue about who's worse. These motherfuckers stink now. 50 Cent has damn
Carisha,
near
get the
ruined-
fuck out of here.
50
I don't
Cent-
ever want to see you on a 50 Cent show again.
50 Cent has brought out the worst in my beloved melanated people. The ignorance and the trash mediocrity that
Hey,
y'all
he brought
watch
the best
on
out
a
of Tommy,
weekly
though.
basis. Can I finish my monologue?
Now fuck your monologue, nigga. He brought out the best in Tommy though.
Tommy, he was already a good actor. What are you talking about?
He looked solid in power, but
Yeah,
that's
he
about
has
it.
no
Go ahead,
range.
hey man, go ahead, talk your shit, man.
I'm gonna repeat it from verbatim.
Oh Lord.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has brought out the
Curtis!
worst in my beloved melanated community. Y'all sticking weekly and watching this trash on your television? What are you getting from this mediocrity? This is garbage. I'd rather y'all watch
It's
Tyler
entertainment.
Perry.
It's
I'd rather
entertainment.
y'all watch a Tyler Perry
Nah,
series.
Tyler Perry shit.
I promise I'd rather y'all watch Tyler Perry series than this garbage. 50 Cent has the same show 30 times in a row. It's all about drug dealing. We get it, 50 Cent. You're from the streets. Every show ain't gotta be about the streets. Knock it off. Pick somebody that can act. Why is 2 Chainz and Snoop Dogg? Why is Snoop Dogg a pastor with a gun?
Yeah.
I hate.
Yo, he pulled out. He said, "Don't make me."
Trying to make me go into my street.
Yo, that was. I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. 50, you gotta chill,
like,
dude.
Pastor.
Yo, 50, let me say
That
this
was
right.
the funniest thing ever.
And rest in peace, John
It's
Singleton
supposed to
too.
be-
Yo, facts. And let me say this right, 50. Cause I'm gonna tag you in this 47 times. We are better actors than Lil Meech. Easily. Get Lala the fuck out of there. Immediately. Yo, shout out Carmelo's ex-wife, if they got a divorce yet.
P Valley got better acting.
Bro, P Valley, Snowfall, all these
Anything
fucking
on
tracks.
Stars, I'm done with. Stars is garbage. Period.
Nigga, ridiculousness got better stars than this. And they ain't mean to do it. Alright, go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you continue.
I'm done, man. I'm done with this, man. Let's
Can we talk about good shows?
let's talk
please?
about some real TV, man.
Before you get into it, yo. Donald Glover, BKA, Childish Gambino.
BKA. This nigga.
Better know that. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
nobody says. Nobody in the world says. Go ahead. Finish what you saying, I mean.
Alright, cool. But you know what I'm saying? Childish Gambino, yo. We salute you. We appreciate you.
Stop bringing up Jamie Foxx as the most talented. Man, shout out Donald Glover, man, the most talented.
Yo,
man.
wait, don't disrespect.
Stop talking. I don't want to hear nothing
Hold
about
on.
Jamie
Hey,
Foxx.
we're not here for that. We're not here for.
I don't want to hear nothing about Jamie Foxx.
We're being positive. We're not doing no disrespect.
After this
Because
show,
if Jamie see this and he put this on his little show.
after this show, because I seen Jamie Foxx try to make him a show on Netflix. It was the worst
my God.
show
Okay.
in U.S.
Can he
history.
finish his monologue?
Go ahead.
You want to talk about
My
somebody
bad.
Yo.
who's already good?
Hey, Mr. Fox, yeah, you want to talk to him?
Let me talk some
Nah,
stuff.
go ahead, man. All right, yo.
Do love slow jams, don't unpredictable.
We do. Actually, he makes some good music.
He does.
Cool.
Not better than Donald. But go ahead.
This nigga's hate. All right, cool. Donald Glover, we appreciate you, man. Hey, part of this actually is because of you. There's a few people that we got shout out because we're doing this.
One of my biggest inspirations, man. I plan to do some more work like that. I want to get into some filmography. I want to get into more content. That creative space of genius levels.
We actually might take a break and get into some of that. Cinematography, filmography. We might actually start doing some of that shit, right?
I mean, man, check your email or something, nigga.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? A few people Donald Glover. I'm gonna say this, for the podcast shit, I'm gonna say Joe Budden. There's a few other people that,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Joe Budden. Who else do I like?
Oh no, I'm talking about Joe Budden.
Who else do I like? Do I like anybody else?
I ain't gonna say too many people.
Okay, what's the show you was talking about?
But so we're gonna shout out Atlanta because Atlanta was a fucking phenomenal fucking show. I don't give a fuck where you from. Atlanta in itself was a fucking phenomenal fucking show. It was top tier. You know, you talking about
for the people who act like they can't get into it.
It's weird. I don't understand.
I don't get. And you know what's funny? Like
y'all are stupid. Man.
I had people say
what an IQ test that.
You know, facts. I had people say, "Yo, I'm not from Atlanta. I don't need to." No, I need people to know that Atlanta as a show was. You want it on a grading scale of 1 out of 10, nigga. That was a 10 out of fucking 10.
And it wasn't just about Atlanta. It was about.
Actually, what to me?
The furthest thing about it.
To me, it was the furthest thing from, like you said, furthest thing from Atlanta.
We're in Atlanta doing stuff that regular people do, but
it just happened that we knew some of the spots.
Different things that were going on,
and we knew some of the spots that they was at. That's all it was. But he got a new show. I haven't seen it yet.
Brand new series.
It's called Swarm. Get into it.
I think it came out earlier this week. Swarm on Prime. Lord, sweet Jesus, Mary and Joseph. You want to talk about saviors, blessings from this mediocrity, this trashness we've been suffering through for years. They canceled Atlanta, man. It was only 4 seasons.
4 seasons, that's crazy. They should at least win like 10.
Swarm came when did Atlanta? Last September, I believe. Mm-hmm. Swarm came right on time, man. Swarm on Prime. Y'all been watching all that bum ass You shit. It was good for 2 seasons. Knock it the fuck off.
I heard that You was only actually good for
y'all
1.5.
Y'all want to watch a show with some real creativity, a real storyline about a serial killer? You better turn on Prime. Y'all already been ordering from Amazon like a motherfucker.
Oh, y'all fucking do.
How many pillows do you need? Knock it off, Miss Mamas. Turn on your fucking Amazon Prime TV membership and watch it. Dominique Fishback, when I tell you. She needs every single flower, man. She is a bag. She is one of the most. She put on one of the most phenomenal performances I've ever seen in a debut season.
Woo.
Speechless.
Seriously.
Hands up in the air.
I'm not even joking.
Clutching
like
pearls.
You want to talk about acting?
Hold on real quick, because I know you have to get
and she's American.
Oh yeah.
This ain't no British.
Hold on, wait. I want you to get in your bag.
Okay.
Nah, talk to me, because you watched it too. Hold on. I haven't. Hold on, wait. Before you, no spoiler alerts. No spoilers, because I gotta watch it. I know there's 7 episodes, 1 season. I'm gonna watch
about 30 to 40 minutes each episode.
Cool.
So it's a quick season. You can binge it really quickly. It ain't like something all day.
Get in your bag real quick, Don, because before he gonna get into his shit. Talk your shit.
I'm gonna agree with basically whatever he says, but I would say Donald
because that's what a
Glover,
real woman do. Yeah.
I like that.
Rock with him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Talk that shit though. Go ahead.
Ride for your man.
Ride for my
ride tonight. How many y'all gonna die
tonight? Shout out Hove in the building.
Ride or
die. Go ahead, Don. Talk your shit. Go ahead. Tell me about the season real quick, without any spoiler alerts.
But I would say
it's time to separate them.
The casting for this show, whoever did the casting.
Oh my God! Yeah, talk about it.
They did phenomenal.
Talk about it.
Every single person. Role from Instagram people they may have pulled from regular little roles, whatever. Everybody did their thing, and they knew how long to keep them on there, how soon to take them off.
Hey, 50, you fucking up, 50.
Hold on,
fucking up.
Let's save this time for you.
I know. Go ahead, do it.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, the casting on there was just crazy.
Phenomenal.
It was so good, and it made it even better because everybody got into the role. Like you could tell, everybody felt like a piece of them in their role.
This is I'm
like
them.
That was really doing.
I am really embodying this person.
From the smallest to the biggest, like every single person.
But real quick before, because I know you about to get into your shit, based off what she said or whatever. That's how I feel about acting. Like I feel like with certain things, as an actor, you have to be able to get into that bag of like, hey, this role is for me. It's not like I'm just playing a role. It's more like it's for me. That's why I feel like me and you had this conversation and we agree with the Michael B. Jordan shit. That's not you. It doesn't. It's not you as a person.
He's trying to show.
He's trying to show range, but you can't portray that because it's not you inside.
Yeah.
And I feel like with every actor, there's certain things that's something about that role portrays you as a person.
Same. They put Paris Jackson. I don't know if you've seen her going around and put Michael Jackson's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Paris Jackson in the role.
Okay. Oh shit.
She bodied it. Billie Eilish was in there.
Billie?
She bodied it. Like it was. Everybody, they did their thing. Everybody that you thought was like, dang, I didn't even know they had this in them. They did what they had to do on that role. Like every single thing.
It's almost like, man, this was like,
talk your shit, man. Yo, man.
This was Tom Brady Patriots era. This was the owner, the GM, the coach, the team. Everything was in place to do exactly what was asked them to do. They came with the plan. They say, okay, this is the plan. How should we do this? How should we go about it? How intense? How fast? How slow? How should this feel? They gave them all that information. He said, you know what? I got you. Just got you. Just give me 5 minutes on screen.
Rolled it up.
Just give me 5 minutes on screen. But just say, you know what? If you give me these 5 minutes, make sure I can do it. Everybody was into place. When I say y'all, so the purpose of TV, for the mainstream consumer, for the average consumer, you just want to be entertained. It's just a distraction for most people. It's just something to talk about.
Distraction from life.
From life. Real film is about taking you on a journey of the story that is being told. You're supposed to be connected to, whether you agree, disagree, like it, hate it. You're supposed to understand and feel what is being shown.
It shows
it's portraying something.
And to the point where they have you believe in it.
Believe in it.
I don't know if you watched the episode of Atlanta where they had that Goofy episode, the Disney episode.
Yeah, completely.
To the point where it had you looking up like, did Disney actually have a
was that one of the episodes that we watched here?
No, we didn't watch that.
Okay. Me and you talked about that.
But
we
it
talked
was
a long
like,
time
it
about
had you
that.
to a point where you
I literally looked it up.
Was it a black, CEO of Disney? Like, they even had an episode like that where it's like, bro, is this a real person? Like, what, so he did his thing.
But
man, you want to
before
talk.
you get to that, I feel like I completely agree. I feel like that's what part of TV is. I mean, besides like the nonsense that we see, but those big time show, those moments of time when you got the 8 to 12 locked down, that is for you for not only entertainment. Of course, it's supposed to give you entertainment and joy, but it's supposed to say, hey, yo, we're gonna lock this demographic or everybody in where everybody can relate to. We're gonna have a person for you. Person for you, a person for me, It's going to be somebody that you can relate to, but it's going to be something of life. It's going to be something, no matter if it's for comedy, entertainment, for serious drama, whatever you look at it for, it's going to be for something like everybody can relate to.
That, or somebody like that, like,
it's going to be something that you can relate to, like, you know what I'm saying? It might be somebody who just like a fucking goofball, and you be like, yo, that's such and such. I remember when I did such and such. Or it's going to be somebody that's like you, and you be like, damn, that's me.
I remember when I did that 2 years ago.
Exactly. Like, oh shit, yo, I'm glad I stopped doing that shit. But like, there's a lot of shows that's out there that's like, not even, I don't care what they're about, because it could be like, even like we watch Snowfall that's drug related, but you can relate to a person that's there sometimes. Right. I mean, of course, after a certain while, but you can relate to a person.
The Wire, when he talk about the Wire, how real the Wire is, it's like, I've never seen it, but I just know this stuff actually happened. And that's TV show.
But even you can relate to the person that was there, or it could be somebody that's in it. You like, damn, like certain things that they was doing, I would do or I wouldn't do, or da. They don't make that no more. So I'm glad to hear that part.
That's the beauty of like these projects, because I know it's a team. I'm giving the credit to Donald Glover, but him and his brother. His brother was a main writer. It's a team effort. And a lady, I wish I had Janine, but look up her name, please, so I can look it up. But the beauty of it, like everything, it's so many parts that has to come together. A joke can be funny on paper. I can read something. How do you say it? How should I say it in this situation? If I'm talking to this person, I'm gonna speak differently. If I'm talking to a child, I'm gonna speak differently, saying the same exact thing. That has to come through the screen. I'm not watching characters. I'm watching a story take place, and I'm watching these people live out their realities.
Okay.
I'm like, Because in real life, I know this can't happen. She has to be dreaming.
Facts.
And you know what? We do the same thing. You imagine yourself, damn, you wake up one day, I'm mad at you. I had a bad dream. I really felt like that. That's what it's supposed to feel like.
That's facts. That's
so
facts.
everything about this serial killer.
I haven't watched. Don't get too deep.
I'm not about to say. What I'm saying is, it almost felt like we wanted to just understand her the entire show.
Okay.
And it did such a great job of like, y'all need to go on this journey because yes, she is a killer, but you have to understand what is going on in her mind.
There's a reason why she's a killer.
Like, what is going on in her mind? Like, what is we trying to figure out? Like, what's triggering her? Like, what is the exact pinpoint thing that makes her do this?
Get a background, like her story. Like,
yeah.
Is this person obsessed with this person? Are they related? Is it family? Is it this? Is it that? Is it not? Do you even know this woman? For
exactly.
Real? Like,
do you know this person? It's just this woman
so
played. Oh shit.
It's just so much that that show that it's just.
It's so many elements. There's so many layers to it. The visuals, the film they use, the cameras they use.
I saw that. So I mean, a lot of y'all might have seen on Twitter. You see the one little clip of Damson Idris. Yeah, Damson. I'm trying to put both of them together, but Damson Idris and Chloe Bailey. That's what.
But I would definitely say that first episode will get you. It's gonna get you.
No,
make you want to keep watching.
I'm just say this like because from what I've seen on my timeline and what I've seen like out there, that's like a clip that's going around of everybody like, oh shit, what is this? Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Even
with the whole sex scene, yeah, that was a lot. But just the whole first episode in general, the storyline, how they pop it up.
And I feel like that's great because I also feel like there's a lot of things that you put into thought, right? Because I feel like this. We all know that Damson Idris is a good actor. People kind of forget that Chloe Bailey, besides a singer, she's been acting for a while.
Wow.
So it's not that she's just like, she's not what 50 Cent is doing, just throwing, oh shit, yo, hey yo, that's your such and such, yo, hey Don, I'm gonna put you in there. Hey, say that
within yourself, like her just regular talking.
Yeah,
something else for sure.
It might. And so I'm saying, like, it's one of those things that's it's a thought behind everybody that they do it. You know, I'm just not gonna come get somebody who just like, oh, cause are you a drug dealer? I'm gonna go get you real quick. Yeah. Nah, it's like, you might be.
You fit the part.
Yeah, right. It's not like, it's like, yo, not only do you fit the part, but you are the part, and you can play the part. And I feel like even seeing that little minute scene where everybody done seen it, you know, they're fucking, and then the girl standing there. That little part right there that I watched, I looked outside of the fucking part. It was like that interaction and how it looked. I was like, oh,
what is going on?
I was like, yo,
what's this?
I had to make sure this was the show because I was like, you had talked about it before, and I was like, I was about to hit you up like, yo, is this the same show? Like, yo, but I can't tweet my boy like, yo. Hey, this is
right.
It.
Yeah,
that shit like
that's
kind of crazy.
That's
yeah,
what she going on here. Like, get the fuck out my mentions, huh?
You go hornball? Yeah, but
I'm gonna end it off on it. Oh, you go.
Oh, also another show, The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to The Last of Us. But the last thing I want to say, and I appreciate this more than anything, and this is why I'm just such a big fan. Jordan Peele, Childish Gambino, Atlanta Swarm. Things like that is because the way they end things is so important. Specifically with that Swarm show, the way they ended episodes just made you like, damn, 2 minutes of a 40-minute, it made you like, this is the greatest shit I've ever seen in life because it's so detailed.
But we see what Atlanta did, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That it's the same thing he did with that.
And I look at Atlanta how there were certain episodes that me and you had talked about where it's kind of like, what the fuck was this? But then you look at a little 1 minute little script or that little 1 minute piece where you be like, fuck. Yo, what's gonna happen?
Right, yeah.
Like, we didn't even like how Atlanta ended off.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that they ended off. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
and the crazy thing, that was real selfish because I loved that episode. I just wanted more from
it.
Darius, yeah.
I feel like that was
like a cliffhanger. Like,
it was. I feel like that was.
And they never do that. They always. They don't. They episodes are be individuals with Atlanta. It's never like, oh, you gotta wait for next week to see what this meant. No, they ended.
And that's what my thing was with that because that part for him, to me, that was finally Darius getting his shit, and then he kind of just dropped it off and said, "Yo, we done with this." And so I feel like that's what, where a lot of show creators and show writers, where they kind of miss that part, where it's like, leave somebody wanting a little bit more, but also giving them enough.
I'm gonna put it like this, man.
We might have to be show writers.
I'm finna say I don't have that many outlets to appreciate specifically in the black space. That's why I'm so big on this, because I feel like sometimes I almost feel like I'm prejudiced. Like, bro, these black shows be fucking garbage. It's always some dramatic shit, and I love fucking Succession, the whitest show about with no black people. I feel like
Sopranos, Succession, shit like that.
It's like the storyline from some of those shows you might watch Tubi. I don't know if you do. The storyline actually is a good storyline.
It's the acting.
It's the acting or the filming or y'all looking like y'all.
And I be feeling like Tubi be having 4K shit with the worst actors in the fucking world.
And that's our thing. But like I don't know if it's a budget thing or what.
Yeah, I mean it does play. I mean people have to start somewhere,
but I feel like with budgets, right? Because I watched the first season of. They didn't have the biggest budget. You can see like there was something.
The Wire didn't have the biggest budget.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. The Wire. They didn't have the biggest budget.
It was back in 2000. What? No, but started that show.
What I'm saying, The Wire didn't even get that much appreciation when it was out. Like
it wasn't until like the last 2 seasons that
got no awards. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then the last 2 seasons was when it was finally like, oh shit, The Wire is actually like
the greatest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like that's when people was like really appreciating it. But I feel like there's a certain effort that you have to put into it. The Wire, there was effort put into the manuscript and like, hey, this is how it's gonna go, top to bottom, whether it's from the acting to the script to whoever's behind the camera to the people that's with them. It's gonna be something, an effort behind them. I feel like that's what happened with Snowfall the first 2-3 seasons, and then of course we seen what happened after the fact.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying like there were certain things that was put into it.
But I'm gonna close it like this, man. Because I have such a scarce selection of black great drama shows, whatever, I'm gonna have to make my own. That Left Unsaid show will actually become a show, man. Tune in.
Coming soon.